Hello everyone and welcome back to Aldo. On today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a simple tube top dress with pleated skirt. So if you would like to see how, then keep on watching. I already cut out all the bodice pieces that I will need. I'm also using the same pattern that I used for the blue dress that I made 2 weeks ago. Anyway, for the bottom of the skirt, I actually will not need any pattern at all. I'm just going to use this rectangular piece of fabric that is about 80 inches in width and 24 inches in length. I did the same thing for the bodice lining. I basically just cut two pieces, one for the shell and one for the lining. This fabric was a leftover when I made this dress a few months ago. So after I close the darts, I am going to sew the bodice pieces together, matching the side seams, matching the right sides of the fabrics. I haven't sewn the darts at the back because I wanna fit it first on my body before I close it. So I ended up doing it at the end. And here I am just trimming off this extra piece of fabric. I also cut out the excess darts just because it is a little bulky, and I will do the same thing for the shell fabric. Now it's time to make the straps that I ended up not using because I changed my plan in the middle of my sewing. So I place the straps on the edge of the neckline. Actually, it should be at least like half an inch inside the neckline. So I am just going to sandwich the straps, and I match the lining and the shell together, and I'm going to stitch it along the neckline, and that's gonna give me a finished neckline and arm side. Now I pleated the skirt bottom, and this is when I decided to change my plan because the dress is looking similar to the blue one I made 2 weeks ago. Anyway, the idea of this is pleat the skirt to fit the bodice waistline. So now I am going to match the bodice to the waistline, and look you guys, it's a perfect fit, and I am super ecstatic when this happened. It's like, wow, it seems like I planned it, but I didn't. And now I am just going to sew along the waistline. Okay, this is when I realized that I want to change the bodice or the neckline just because it looks the same like the blue dress, and I thought this is a good time to step out of my comfort zone, even though I won't be able to wear this dress because I will not wear a tube top dress. But anyhow, I trim off like the top portion of the bodice. This is a good example of being the boss of your own sewing project. You can pretty much change the design in the middle of your sewing. So yeah, this is when the idea came up to me that I want to try out to add a corded piping. So basically I transfer the measurement on the outside of the fabric. So I drew a 1/2 inch allowance right here so I can line up the cording. And then I am going to base stitch it, so when I put my lining on top of it, it's not gonna go anywhere, it's going to be secured. And I place the lining just on top of the correct side of the shell fabric. Then I'm going to sew along the edge. I'm also using a zipper foot for this. And then when I turn the fabric correct side out, it's going to show a finish neckline, and it's gonna have this nice little corded piping detail. I also wanted to try to use boning on my garment, so I cut out 6 pieces for all the seams, but I ended up removing 4 of them because I did not like the way it looks. I just left the ones that are on the side seam. I did not like the ones on the darts on the front just because I didn't sew it properly and it was puckering, so I ended up removing them. This is what the bodice is looking right now. I also sewn the back darts as well because I was able to fit it on my body. I trim off the bodice just to make it a little high-waisted because that's how I like my dresses. Since I closed the back darts, the skirt is now a tad longer, so I adjusted it to fit the bodice one more time. After I stitch along the waistline, I also added the zipper, and I didn't have to hem it because I used the finished edge of the bed skirt as the hemline. So this is what the dress is looking, and I really like it. I absolutely love how this dress turned out. I know it looks like a summer dress and we are already in fall, but this dress is really going to be a beautiful addition to my closet. I might add straps just because I won't be able to wear it as a tube top dress. I hope you are inspired and I hope you learned something new today. If you enjoy this sewing tutorial, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and likes this video. I would totally appreciate it. Thanks so much and I will see you in the next one. Bye!